Alright, let's see. Time for the new event. Forest. Warm sunlight. A gently fluttering breeze. Flowers sprouting up and blossoming one by one, dotting the land with color. In the arc, spring has begun, bringing along with it a warmth and dizzying array of emotions. For some, the overriding emotion is excitement. Hello, my lovely loopings. Welcome to Rupee's magnificent Shopaholic channel. Today I'm here at the Cherry Blossom Park, but do any of you know why? Oh, I know. The Spring Festa. Did I get it right? Correct answer is to introduce the upcoming Cherry Blossom based festival, the Spring Festa. Woohoo! Did you guys see that? I never miss. I believe we got together today to work on our homework. Oh, come on, relax. It's not even that much work. I can just copy it later. It'll be fine. Besides, if you don't watch Rupee's show as it's happening, you can't watch it later. Nom nom. Spring Festa is one of the 10 most anticipated events of the arc. In the arc. And it's just around the corner. How do you all feel? Aren't you excited? Super duper excited. I've already been losing sleep thinking about catching a glimpse of the cherry blossoms from the surface. Me too. By the way, Spy, are you coming to the festival this year? I hadn't given it much thought. You're going, aren't you? I knew it. I knew you decided to come along. Let's see. We'll need to prepare a camera, a picnic mat, and I suppose it'll be fine to take one day off. Nom nom. What about you, Miss Privity? Would you like to come to the festival with us? Oh god, they're at the maid cafe, so what, she's in her maid uniform? Of course she is. Me? Yeah, didn't you hear? For this year's festival, cherry blossoms from the surface will be open to the public. If you stand underneath them and share a kiss with someone special, your love will last forever. Oh boy, you're gonna give her ideas. No! Eternal love. That's right, isn't it positively heartwarming? So, as long as you share a kiss under the cherry blossoms, love will be eternal? Are you alright, Miss Pravity? You look like you're up to something. What? No, not up to anything. For others, spring brings a feeling of revitalization. Spring. That means the Festival of Harmony will begin soon. No, wait, that's not it. It's called the Spring Festa now. It's been a while since the name changed, but it still doesn't quite stick in my brain. Gah, Privy. Our favorite tsundere. No wonder Anise always says I'm behind the times. Then again, I am old at heart. Oop. What's in a name anyway? Festival of Harmony, Spring Festa. That doesn't matter which it is. What's important is that everyone has a good time. I hope this year's festival is a joyous one. For others, still, it brings a sense of nostalgia. Oh, here's a new girl. How was my day? Same as always. I took care of the little ones in the arboretum. Had tea with Flora and Leaf. Okay, so now the only person we're missing from the Botanic Squad is Leaf. Right? Unless that has to be the other Nikke. I mean, we already have Flora. Let's see.
We got a number one victory royale, yeah, Fortnite about to get down, take kills on the board right now, just wait at Tomato Town. My friend just got down, I revived him, now we're southbound. Now we're on the Pleasant Park streets, look at the map for the mark sheet. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite tonight. You can take me as minor, but not Loot. I'd really like to jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
Pro Fortnite gamers. That's pretty much it. Oh, I've been hearing a lot about the festival lately. Looks like spring really has arrived in the Ark. This is a pretty background. This festival. You know as well as I do that the so-called everlasting Sakura is nothing but an illusion. Nature, at least real nature, does not exist in the Ark. So, I don't think I'll be going. It's okay. Oh, she's talking to the trees. Much like how Flora talks to the flowers, she's talking to the trees. One day, I swore an oath to protect this garden, and I've upheld the oath ever since. I have no interest in illusory facsimile of nature. There's Flora and Biscuit and Leader. Because I heard Leader's gonna be one of the main characters. Because you like when during the Evangelion like collab event, like if you like looked at Leader's like chibi model like on the map, you would see her saying stuff from time to time and how she's like exhausted and all this and that. So it seems like she's finally getting a good rest, which is good. A well-deserved rest. What's the boss? Oh, okay. Electric, huh? Of course it is. Cool. Oh, well, rip.
王子様の望みなら喜んで。
Get that rest, queen.
遊びに来てまで仕事？もう。
Wait, Rouge is the burst one? Interesting. Whatever.
最高の手札となって差し上げます。
Get that rest. Land. That was its name. And it's dead. Almost. Now it's dead.
今回のゲームは私たちの勝利ですね。
Oh, that's cute. Let's see.
こんな
Here.
服を着て
She
戦
bursts
えというの
too.
かい？
Okay. Wait, what's the cooldown on everything? 40 seconds as a burst too? Holy shit, no wonder she doesn't get put on many teams.
若い花たちを連れて行けないのが残念です。太陽の光を浴びる貴重な機会ですので。
Well,
特別に一緒にいてあげる。一緒に演奏することになったんですね。お散歩ですか？
Sampo! Bracelet made with everlasting sakura flowers. Legend has it that gifting this to a loved one will bring eternal love. When it's time for the sun to set, I begin to climb the hill. Don't know why, I just felt like it. It's a habit, I suppose. One day, as I was crumpling up an already crumpled piece of paper once more, and staring up at the sky, I was suddenly enveloped in shadow. What was your day like? That was how I first met her. You looked sad, so I decided to talk to you. I'm not bothering you, am I? At the time, I felt like she was. I am, aren't I? I thought if I kept quiet, she'd stop bothering me and leave me alone. What are you holding on to? An Ark lottery ticket. I see. But she didn't respond the way I expected. Your family's up there, aren't they? Instead, she placed a flower petal in my hand. Let the wind carry this will eventually reach your family. Wouldn't they prefer a beautiful flower over a scrap piece of paper? The petal fluttered up and away from my hand, and the wind carried it up high. I stood there blankly for a while, watching it fly away as she sat next to me. I'm Reen. What's your name? For reasons I can't quite explain, even though I had never spoken since coming down to the Ark, on that day my lips parted for the first time. Trina. Ah. Trina. Trina? Yes? Are you ready? Oh, just a moment. It's just... seeing these flowers brought me back for a moment. Is everyone ready? Right. We're ready, Flora. Alright. Are you all ready too? Okay. Lilac and Margaret are joining us, and they're ready as well. Now then, shall we begin the tea party? Sounds good. Sorry. Ooh, Mana. I have a question. For us? What is it? Well... Flora places a teacup in front of Mana. Lilac worries that it might be rude to keep a guest waiting without serving them some refreshments. Margaret thinks so as well. So before we hear Aster's question, why don't we serve the drinks first? Would warm water be sufficient for you, Aster? Sure. And you, Trina? Can I please have warm water as well? As for the little ones, they would prefer some cold water, please and thank you. There we are. Now that we're properly prepared, we can commence our tea party. So what was your question, Aster? It's... what am I doing at your tea party? Oh dear, what a question. Oh, that's a funny expression. We're not making you uncomfortable, are we? That makes me kind of sad. Oh, the bird sounded sad. It's not that, but... oh, wonderful. So there isn't any problem. I came here on business. I had no intention of being involved in a tea party. Aster, the Botanical Garden Squad holds regular tea parties. During these gatherings, we discuss all manner of matters with the plants growing in our greenhouse. However, as you know, Trina and I rarely leave the garden, so we often don't have much to share with the little ones. Very true. Usually it's not a big deal since we have Leaf with us, but she's up on the surface right now bringing in new little ones. Okay, so Leaf is the third squad member, but we just have yet to meet her. So please, if it's not too much trouble, could you tell the children about what is going on in the outside world? I have a big question to answer. Alec and Margaret are curious as well. The little ones also want to know. I'm honestly pretty similar to you guys. I spent all my time in a research lab. I don't have many stories to tell. Today's the first time I made it out of the lab in a week. Oh. Well then, how about we listen to the radio? The only government-approved anti-aging injection in the Ark. Evergreen. Enjoy your youth for longer. They just keep playing the same ad over and over. If I'm not mistaken, the Sovereigns were the only ones who would receive... who could receive Evergreen. After the first invasion, the Ark's production system wasn't yet fully established. Before the prices eventually stabilized, it was seen as a luxury item only Sovereigns could afford. Now, however, everyone has easy access to it, which is a good thing. Yes, it's a relief. And we're back. Right now, you're listening to Classic Diva, hosted by me, Noise. In part 2, we'll be reading stories from our listeners and playing your song requests. Since the Spring Festa is right around the corner, we've gathered some romantic stories related to spring, guaranteed to make your hearts flutter. We'll be accepting story submissions all the way through the festival. So if you've got one, be sure to send it to the program. Before we read the stories, I'll give a brief introduction to the Spring Festa. This year's festival is jam-packed with all sorts of special events. Since we've got Miss Silas's very own botanical garden squad on deck as hosts, not only will the cherry blossoms from the surface be open to the public, but the Ark's gardens will also be available for viewing. So you can all look forward to... Flora turns off the radio. Yes, I know, Lilac. This is my first time hearing about this, too. What's that, Margaret? How could they make this kind of decision without telling us? Unfortunately, this world is filled with people who don't consider the thoughts and feelings of others. Huh? You'd like to know who? Well, I'm sorry. Allow me to apologize on their behalf. I was going to mention it earlier, but I originally came here to convey orders from Suyan. Lobelia issued orders for us. Yes. In the interest of upholding market shares, Masalis has secured the rights to run this year's Spring Festa. Botanical Garden is to spare no expense in ensuring the festival's success, including opening the gardens. If Lobelia is the one who arranged this ordeal, then why is the responsibility being thrust onto us? Because it's a festival focused on flowers, which makes you perfect for it. It's not like we'd be able to refuse anyway. Okay then, so for the No, we refuse. Trina? We mustn't open the garden. We can't. Ooh. You do realize the consequences of disobeying Suyan's orders, don't you? Doesn't matter. What do you mean by that? This is what we can do. The domain which we oversee is divided into 3 sections. My garden, which is filled with flowers. Trina's arboretum, filled with trees. And Leaf's specimen lab, filled with seeds. For the festival, we'll open up my section, and my section only. Will that be acceptable? I'll report back to Suyan and let you know. How about you, Trina? Are you okay with that? Yes, thank you, Flora. Good. Now then, Aster, is your work done here? Yes. But there's something personal I would like to speak with you about. With me? Green's research lab will be cleared out soon, before the end of the festival. If you left anything important there, you should retrieve it before then. Unless you left everything there intentionally. Ooh, so this Reen person was with Miss Silas.
後ろに隠れてて守ってあげるから気が折れないようにさこの年で戦うのは大変じゃの
I'm curious how leader is going to come into this equation.
見たでしょ私の強さを
As the sun starts to set, I begin my habitual climb up the hill. I must have done it so regularly because of the view. The view of the Ark is beautiful from up there. One day, as I stood on the hill and looked down at the city, I felt a shadow come over me. That's how I first met him. I was wondering where you went. In case you forgot, residency registration is today. What are you doing out there? Out here. I know this is the first time we've interacted properly, and I hate coming off as a nag, but let's try to be punctual, okay? So, are you worried about joining our squad? No? What are you doing up here, looking so desperate? I realize that you've only done rear support work in the Ark, so the notion of going up to the surface must feel overwhelming. You only became a Nikke toward the end of the Second Surface Reclamation War, so you've never had the opportunity to head up to the surface. Oh, don't look so surprised. I'm your commander, after all. I should know a bit about your background. Now then, why don't we hang out here together? Mind if I stand beside you, my inexperienced friend? You know, inexperienced, you say? Well, I've certainly spent more time on the surface than you. As he chuckles softly, he stood beside me. Oh, I'm Josh Hewitt. What's your name? You can call me Leader. Oh shit, this is Leader's memory? So the first one was Trina's, and this one's Leader. Interesting. Oh my god, wait, hold on. You only became a Nikke toward the end of the Second Surface Reclamation War. Okay, so Leader's been a Nikke since the end of the Second Surface Reclamation War. I mean, I know she's old, but I thought she was older than that. A credit for your thoughts. Leader? Oh, hey, Cynthia. I've been thinking a lot about the past lately. Maybe because it's springtime. Anyway, don't worry about it. It's not that important. Are you done preparing for vacation? Yeah, I know it took a while. I'm still not sure if I'm happy with my outfit. Your outfit looks good on you, Leader. No, you look great. I know you're just being nice. But even so, thank you for helping me pick out this outfit. Oh, dude, she's so cute. Oh my god. I rarely ever get to see her with that kind of expression. Holy shit. That looks so adorable. Please, considering how much you've done for me, it's the least I can do. In fact, correct me if I'm mistaken, but is this your first vacation? Is it? I guess I've never taken a break since joining Mighty Tools. Since it's your first vacation, what do you plan on doing? I don't really have any plans. I have plenty of time, so I'm gonna mull it over. If that's so, well, I hope you have a great time. Yes, I hope you have a good time as well, Volt. Leader pulls out an old pocket watch and checks the time. If I don't want to disrupt business, I should head out soon. Senti, while I'm away, don't forget to keep providing our customers with the best service around. Of course. Don't you worry about a thing. We're getting a new shipment of materials and equipment tomorrow, so make sure you give everything a proper once-over. Yes, I'll double and triple check everything. And also... before accepting anything on credit, make sure to confirm the payment deadline first. Don't let people pay without asking any questions like last time. Oh, and another thing. Later! Yeah? You don't have time for this. Your vacation is getting shorter by the minute. Don't worry about me. Get a move on. Start resting already. Oh, okay. I meant to only mention one thing, but I guess I ended up going on for a while. Oh, it's okay. I understand. You're only looking out for me. Don't worry. I paid close attention to every single word you said. You said a new request came in, right? Yeah. From Leon. You know the Spring Festa that's going to be held soon. Miss Silas is in charge of the festival preparations. And she asked us to build some facilities used for the festival. As soon as you leave, we're going to start with construction. This is the first time you've been responsible for a task of this magnitude. That's right. Before this, I've always worked together with you. So I'm both a little worried and a little excited. I promise, I'll do my best to uphold the sterling reputation of Mighty Tools that you've spent your whole life building. Are you sure you'll be fine without me? If you're really worried, I can push back my vacation. Leader, if anyone here is worrying too much, it's you. Relax. Everything will be fine. All I want you to do is kick back, relax, and get ready to congratulate me on getting a chance to shine on my own. Alright. You, Volt, and I can celebrate when I get back. We can have a nice party. Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Spring Festa, huh? Once the festival starts, there'll be crowds of people in most places. Maybe I should visit early and take a peaceful walk along the cherry blossom path. Well, I'll be off. Take care. Let's go, Volt. I need to get the mission pass with her new skin. Oops. Fuck. I forgot. I meant to hit next. Finally, I have some long-awaited time off. Damn, I feel like this is how every fucking event starts. Commanders finally like, they finally get back to their freaking commander's room like, finally some time off. And then next thing you hear, shit, actually I don't think my, I don't think my mic picks that up. Hold on, let's see. It looked like something. It looked like it picked up on the mic. Ready for the knocking? For the moment, I'm ruminating. What should I do? Play some of the video games that are in my library? Binge a show where I can turn my brain off? If not that, then... Actually, if I spend all day racking my brain deciding what to do, I'll be doing it while lying down on my bed. In fact, that in and of itself isn't a bad holiday. Good thing I woke up early in the morning and hung a note on the door. If there's anything I've learned from recent past, it's that Nikkes have a proclivity for barging into my room at all hours. Just as I'm starting to relax, someone will barge in to get me involved in this or that, so I had to do something about it. So today, I got up extra early and put a note on my door saying that no one is here. As a result, no one has come to disturb me yet. After all, when you've got time off, you should have a chance to kick back and Damn, bro. So, like, you read that the sign said that no one was here, but you just coming into my room anyways? Like, what kind of person does it make you? What kind of person does it make you? Awesome. Flora? Seem a little startled. Is something wrong? Did you not see the note on my door? No. You mean this? Flora hands me a piece of paper. I'm not in at the moment, so please come back later. Strange, isn't it? Here you are in the commander's room, yet there's a note saying that you're elsewhere. Someone may be impersonating you as a prank. I'll have to track down the culprit. You don't have to go through all that. You say so. Anyway, what is it this time? Is it Suyin again? Lobelia certainly does keep us on our toes with her unpredictable behavior, but I'm actually here for a different reason this time. Flora proceeds to explain everything that's happened. At one point, she wanted to shut down the garden, and now she wants to open up to the public. It must be a real headache dealing with her. Indeed, it can be. But her wanting to open up the garden also means that she's finally acknowledged us in some fashion. So in that sense, I consider it fortunate. So what is it you need me to do? Should I help you with festival preparations? Oh, that's not why I came here. The festival preparations are going smoothly. Having Happy Zoo help us out the last time the garden opened worked out nicely. And they have kindly offered to lend us a hand again. However, what is it? I'm worried about Trina. Awesome, how much do you know about Trina? Trina of the Botanical Garden Squad. She tends to the trees in an arboretum. So strong is her desire to be one with nature, she often ends up removing her clothes. So that's why she does it, huh? Where's Trina right now? At this point, she's probably tending to the trees along with the cherry blossom path. The place is crowded with people. Indeed it is. Not sure if you're aware, Blossom, but Trina takes off her clothes whenever she feels confined by them. This isn't an issue when she's inside the garden, but it's a different story when she's outside. I usually follow her around, make sure she doesn't do anything too scandalous. But I'm too busy preparing for the festival now and don't have time to keep an eye on her. Would you be able to look after her in my place? So, follow her around and make sure she doesn't take her clothes off. Okay, got
私の
it.
有能さを見せてあげる。忙しい時こそゆっくりと口が折れないようにそーっと。華麗なる勝利じゃ。
For some reason, it feels like something is going to happen during the Spring Festa. Actually, scratch that. Something always happens whenever I'm supposed to be on holiday. I'm not in at the moment, so please come back later. Crumple up the note and get up from my seat. I suppose I should get going. Flora said she's at the cherry blossom path. Boss! Got a favor to ask you. Now may not be the best time. Oh, really? Gotta head towards cherry blossom path. What? Did I just hear you right? I'm so touched, boss. Huh? Didn't even tell you what it was I wanted. You guessed it straight away. All that time working with you is worth it. We've gotten to the level where words aren't even needed to understand each other. In that case, I'll leave everything to you. See you later. Wait. What is it? What's this favor you keep talking about? I'm gonna ask you to keep watch over Leader. Leader? Yeah. She's supposed to be on vacation now, but she's going around making things for people instead. Never known her to take a moment's rest in her life. No matter what the circumstances are, she's always on the clock. So it's not exactly surprising that she's working during her vacation time. In many ways, I do find it remarkable. But even so, a vacation is a vacation for a reason. When it's time to rest, you ought to do just that. So I wanted you to teach Leader how to kick back. You want me to teach her how to relax? Yeah, that's right. She should be taking a walk among the cherry blossoms. She said she wanted to see them before festival crowds arrive. Okay, I was about to go there anyway. I'm gonna meet up with her. Senti's great, isn't she? Oh, thank you. Oh, there's something else I have to tell you. I think Senti's outfit is the only outfit I've bought that's on the store. Like that 20, like among some of the outfits you can buy for like 20 bucks, whatever. Hers is like the only outfit I've bought on the store. It's just so good. What's that? I'm gonna be taking on my first solo assignment. I'll be constructing all the facilities in the Spring Festa and do my best to uphold Mighty Tool's reputation. So be sure to come to the festival to see my handiwork. I'll be rooting for you. Alright, I better get going. Just as Senti is about to leave, she abruptly snatches a crumpled note from my hand. Trash goes in a trash bin. Maintaining a clean work environment is something I learned from Leader. She proceeds to toss the note in the trash for me. Soon after, a cherry blossom path. Fortunately, there aren't any people around. Instead, upon my arrival, I'm greeted by two figures. I feel like I'm suffocating. Trina, twisting and fidgeting in discomfort. Oh, she's about to remove her clothes. Don't be absurd. And Leader, who's standing in front of Trina and scolding her. Oh boy. As many people would probably like to see you remove your clothes, Trina. You should probably keep them on. Especially out in a public place. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? Her burst is literally her removing her clothes. Wow, that's a, oh god. Holy shit. Damn, you know, if the freaking half anniversary wasn't around the corner, aka next month, I would probably try and max limit break her just for that her burst cutscene to put it on my lobby. Holy hell, dude. Jesus. That day, the petals I let fly from the hill led me to the research lab. Working at the lab with Reen, the days passed quickly. Without saying who was first, we both would climb the hill together, and we looked up at the sky. By the time the sun had set, Reen would ask, "How was your day today?" The days passed one after another, and before we knew it, 5 years had passed. One day, we sat on the hill as always, watching the sun go down. I guess the time and place doesn't matter at all in this case. Oh no. Like, I mean, Flora literally said, whenever she feels like, she wants to be one with nature, so much so that she starts to feel like uncomfortable and like feel like she's suffocating with her clothes on, so she removes her clothes, literally everything, to be one with nature. How was your day today? Nothing special? Another ordinary day? How about you, Reen? Me? Same as usual. Conducting some research in the lab. Taking care of the little ones. In other words, a very special day. By the way, speaking of the lab, have you ever considered officially joining the botanical garden? You could take your plant research to the next level. Could take you on as my pupil. That's okay, thanks. What do you mean? I just don't know what the point would be. It's not like researching plants will help with reclaiming the surface. Not that I'm saying that what you're doing is a bad thing. I know what you mean. No point, huh? To mark the arrival of spring, I was thinking of holding a festival called the Festival of Harmony. I want to exhibit flowers in remembrance of those who couldn't make it to the Ark during the first invasion. Wow, so that's how it started, huh? And she's the one who started it. It's not too much of an imposition. Would you be willing to help me with the preparations? Never thought I'd be asked to help with another festival. I've helped with the Spring Festa before. In fact, this will be the third time I've lent a hand for the festival. You cheering me on? Thanks. You don't have to do that. Flora put me in charge of managing the Cherry Blossom Path. There isn't much to it, considering that the trees don't require much intervention. They'll never wither. With a bitter smile, Trina's gaze drifts towards the towering cherry blossom tree in the distance. The tree stands atop a hill, its lush blossoms painting the sky pink. So suffocating. Faced with such breathtaking beauty, Trina collapses to the ground. Can't breathe. Her breathing grows ragged and she keeps repeating the same sentence over and over. Can't breathe. At some point, can't breathe. In a desperate attempt to break free from the illusion she's created for herself. Can't breathe. In order to get closer to nature. Can't breathe. Trina begins to tear off her clothes. Can't breathe. At the same time, what in the world are you doing? Ah, so that's how that happened.
ちょっと怖いけど平気です。向かうのは大変じゃのう。自然は世界で一番美しい花でございますね。見たでしょ？私の強さを。
The moment I joined the new squad, I was thrown headlong into intensive training. This must be back to leaders past. By the time it was over, my body felt like it was falling apart at the seams. Nevertheless, I continued to climb up the hill. As I gazed down on the city, I heard Josh's voice. What are you doing over there? It's almost dinner time. You have to make sure to be on time, alright? Before I knew it, there was only 1 week left until deployment. That day as well, I was up on the hill, looking down at the city. I knew I'd find you here. You came in an awful hurry. It's pretty rich coming from someone who's always running late. We're having one final get-together before heading up to the surface. Don't you remember? Everyone kept asking me to come get you. How many times are you gonna make me beg you to be on time? Come on. Pretend to humor this pitiful commander's request, will you? At least let me keep my dignity in front of the other squad members. So, you still have concerns about going up to the surface? I was never worried. Nice try. I've seen you praying up here every day. Don't worry too much. Nothing will happen. We'll all come back safely. Ooh. Judging by the fact that I have not... I mean, granted, this was a long time ago, and this is a human commander, so... They were human. So they... I don't know, they could have died of old age. But something tells me that's not quite the case. And when we do, we'll celebrate your first deployment on the surface. Right, I'm sure we will. Alright, I suppose we can skip training for one day tomorrow. What are you talking about? Have you heard of the Festival of Harmony by any chance? It starts tomorrow. If you're up for it, how about we all go? The entire squad. Is that really 15 years ago? Was what? Wait, what? There's no way. Nikke, Second Reclamation War. There's no way. I don't think that was 15 years ago. I think she's talking about something else here. Oh, right. Sorry for stopping in the middle of our work. Let's continue. Ugh, I'm tired. All I do is make a few things on the way here. I'm already pooped. Not as young as I once was. I'll have to let Senti take over soon. Hope she's doing alright without me. I wonder. Nikke timeline. Come on, this fall. Okay, yeah, second reclamation service was probably around like 60 years ago. Okay, yeah, so that was about 60 years ago, so she must be remembering something different. Okay. You're right. I'll stop worrying. I should focus on where we should be holding the party for her. It's important to celebrate your big debut. As Leader mutters caustically to herself, she catches sight of a massive cherry tree in the distance. Is that the everlasting Sakura? The tree stands atop a hill, and its lush blossoms painting the sky pink. Standing before such rapturous beauty, Leader is rendered speechless. It's magnificent. At the moment, she spots a strange figure. Hold on, is that? Underneath the cherry tree, something that shouldn't be there is dangling from the branches. What in the world are you doing? Oh yeah, I need to buy. Spring Festa pamphlet. Pamphlet containing the guide for the Spring Festa. Follow the guide to enjoy the festival and collect stamps. Who knows, you might receive something special that can only be obtained from this festa. Leader fills me in on what happened back at the Cherry Blossom Path. I was taking a walk with Volt and noticed something in the distance dangling from the branches of the tree. I wondered what it was, and it turns out it was Trina, tending to the tree in a state of undress. Naturally, I couldn't leave her like that, so I raised my voice at her. I knew this would happen. Son, please. I can't go on like this. Maybe we should lay off her for a moment later. Trina really seems to be in physical pain. Well, since you're here, Greenhorn, things should be better. Thank you. Just use a bit of discretion next time you get undressed. Alright. What are you doing? Leader quickly covers my eyes. Didn't you say it was okay since Sun was here? That's not what I meant. If anything, his being here makes it worse. Oh, really? Stop being ridiculous. I can't stand here and allow you to waltz around naked. I'm going to dedicate my time off to making sure you become a respectable person. Me? But I'm a Nikke. That's not what I meant. Leader resumes her lecture. Senti did ask me to help out, so I suppose I can't let things continue on as they are. Once the commotion settles down, the three of us start to walk along the cherry blossom path. Never noticed the cherry blossoms when I was building this path. Now that they're in full bloom, they really are breathtaking. Everyone's gonna love them once the festival begins. Wait, did you say you built this path? Yeah. Trina and I both constructed it. Feels like yesterday that Trina came to me asking if I could help build this path. Oh, 15 years ago must have been when they built the path. Which would be the stage for the Festival of Harmony. But in reality, it's been years. Time sure does have a way of slipping from you. That's right. Certainly wouldn't mind if it slowed down a little. That's why I'm always going on about this and that. We're no spring chickens anymore. We may be Nikkes, but even will expire someday. So we have to make the most of the time we have left. And that includes not stripping to the buff anywhere we please. Where did all this come from anyway? You weren't like this before. Not sure. Anyway, it's kind of funny for one veteran to be lecturing another. But since I've started, may as well add one more thing. I want you to be remembered the right way, Trina. As a kind Nikke who cared passionately for others and helped create a place where people could come and feel happy seeing these flowers. You got to live life to the fullest and leave behind proof that we existed. That way, when our time is up, the world and people around us will remember us honorably. Shouldn't you complete your story for those who we leave behind? for the ones we leave behind. Do you think there's any meaning to that? Of course there is. If you die without leaving a mark of any kind, how can you ever prove what kind of person you were? Instead, you'll become the subject of all kinds of rumors until you're eventually forgotten. That's why you have to work hard to live life to the fullest and leave behind proof that we lived it. As leader finishes her speech, the massive cherry tree on the hill comes into view. It's been a while since I saw this. Did you see it last festival? Yes, and I thought the same thing back then. It's beautiful. The towering cherry tree seems to fill the entire sky with its overwhelming presence. As I gaze upon the cherry blossoms in full bloom, memories of the previous festival surface. Many people will probably come to see it again this year. We'll need plenty of facilities to accommodate the large crowds. I wonder if Senti will be able to handle it on her own. I hope she does something. I hope she doesn't make something strange again. Oh, Senti will be fine. She'll be fine. Just trust in her. You've done a wonderful job teaching her. I want her to be more than fine. Quietly gazing at the cherry tree, leader takes out a pocket watch. Before my time is up, I want Senti to surpass me. God, man, all this talk about like the end of her like life or whatever, dude. I don't like it. I like leader. I don't want her to pass on. This is kind of a bummer. Only then will I be able to pass this watch onto her. What's the significance of that watch? Let's just say it's proof that I've lived. Ever since I started working at Mighty Tools, I've always kept this watch on me. If you're talking about passing down that watch, do you mean... Yeah. I'll be stepping down from this job, retiring. Anyway, Trina's been suspiciously quiet. You're not taking your clothes off, are you? You okay? I feel like I'm suffocating. What's wrong? Oh, fine. Just go back. The everlasting Sakura doesn't need any care. It's just an illusion. It's fine to head back. Okay, we don't want you overexerting yourself. Greenhorn, I'll carry Trina. Can you take care of Volt? Sure. I realize you're feeling uncomfortable, Trina, but lean on me. Thank you. It's times like these where I wish I was taller. Alright, let's go. With Trina leaning on her, leader leaves a cherry blossom path. Even though she said she was fine, Trina's expression when she glanced at the cherry tree bothers me. Almost as if there's a sense of being sick and tired of something. You feeling any better? Yeah, thank you for taking care of me. Glad to hear you're better. What's on your mind, Greenhorn? I seem to be off in another world the entire way here. You and Trina made the cherry blossom path together, right? Right. And what about the cherry tree? Cherry tree? I don't understand what you mean. Heard before that the cherry tree from the surface, the everlasting Sakura, had its lifespan artificially extended. That's why it's been able to survive on the arc all these years. Could the person who carried out those measures be... As a related story I heard from Sakura, Trina's body starts to tremble. As expected, the person who made the everlasting Sakura tree is none other than... That's right. The everlasting Sakura is one of my failed creations. Ooh, really?
花の力をお見せいたしましょう。
I don't want anything to happen to Leader. I love Leader.
慎重に慎重に。花を植える場所が忘れて戦うのは大変じゃ。忙しい時こそゆっくりと。
Leader forever.
勝利の花を咲かせました。花が鳴いています。慎重に慎重に。
リロード。
見たでしょ、私の強さを。
見 Preparing for a festival was much harder than I thought it'd be. By the time I came to my senses, it was already the last day of the festival. After finally finishing the last order of business, I dragged my exhausted body up the hill. When I got to the top, there you are. Reen was waiting for me, as usual. How was your day today? I've been so busy preparing for the festival, but I think most everything's done now. I see. Would you like to sit here for a moment? As I sat down, Reen pointed to the town below us. You asked me before what the point of plant research was. Have you still not come up with an answer? The streets below were filled with smiling attendees at the Festival of Harmony, taking in the flowers and the trees. Trina, plant research may not directly help in reclaiming the surface, that much is true. Still, if it affords us a chance to witness this sight currently before us, for me, that alone is reason enough. By the way, did you know? The people who came to the festival are exchanging items they brought from the surface. In the spirit of that, I brought something for you. Didn't have anything I brought from the surface, so I thought I'd simply give you what's most precious to me. Ta-da! Reen handed me a small key. It's a garden key. Garden key? Yep. I want to see more scenes like this in the future, so I made a garden. My wish is that when people are looking at the flowers and trees, they'll forget their worries for a moment. Pouring that wish and my hope into that garden. Right now, it's just filled with saplings, so it doesn't look like much. But once they all grow, you'll be amazed. You should come and visit when you've got the time. Thank you. I didn't prepare anything for you. No, it's fine. You've already given me plenty. I have. Yeah, I'm looking down at it right now. As Reen spoke, she gazed down at the town and smiled radiantly. Looking at her beaming, I found myself wishing for something. I wish that I could see this kind of scenery and look upon more bright smiles similar to hers. Anytime, anywhere. Hey, Reen. Yeah? I want to join a botanical garden. So you finally come around to the idea. You need to make a promise to me, alright? What is it? Never stop treasuring the plants. If you do that, you'll do right by the ones you're seeing today and honor them. Pretty simple, right? Long time ago, there was someone who led me to a botanical garden. At that time, Reen practically dragged me to the Festival of Harmony, kicking and screaming. It goes by a different name now, Spring Festa. That day, I saw entire crowds of people forget all their worries while looking at the flora. After seeing Reen smile for the first time since she'd arrived in the Ark, I made up my mind. I decided to follow Reen's suggestion and resolved to research plants at Botanical Garden. And that's why he made the everlasting sakura. Wanted people to be able to see flowers and trees everywhere, anytime. Or anywhere, anytime. That way, whenever they wanted to forget their worries, they could have easy access to nature. And I'd say you succeeded. Thanks to your research, trees are a common sight in the Ark. After years of research, the day finally came when the everlasting sakura bloomed. The first person I went to see was Reen. That's when I realized for the first time, unlike me who had become a Nikke, for Reen, who had chosen to live her life as a human, time passed much more quickly. In the end, Reen never got to see the everlasting sakura. My wish was nothing but a delusion. Looking back on it now, it's so obvious. All I wanted was to look upon her bright, pure smile. But I attempted to bring it about with illusions. Bit of a contradiction, isn't it? I'm sorry. I know I'm a downer. Oh, I need to stop by the garden before it's too late. I was told to notify them once we finish renovating the cherry blossom path. Soon after, we came to the garden to see Flora. However, something didn't feel quite right. Am I the only one who finds this strange? No, I feel it too. There's still a few more days until the festival? Yeah, as far as I know. Why are there so many people here? The festival hasn't even begun, yet the garden is crammed full of Nikkes.
後ろに隠れてて守ってあげるから。
守る。
忙しい時こそゆっくりと自然は美しいものです。
造形をしてもう一度。
勝利の花を咲かせました。
How many times must I tell you? We can't be late. Don't blame me if you end up getting chewed out by the superiors. Anyway, how are you finding the Festival of Harmony? It's nice. Didn't realize how long it had been since I let go and relaxed. Well, we all need days off. If you only ever hurl yourself forward and fixate on the distant future, you'll get exhausted pretty quickly. We also never know when our time is up, so it'd be a real shame to miss out on moments like this, don't you think? We silently looked down at the festival, which was in full swing. From up on the hill, the view of the Ark, and the sight of people blending in with the flowers and trees, was truly beautiful. You know what I like so much about this festival? Whenever I'm looking at the greenery, all my worries melt away. When we go up to the surface, we get to see even more beautiful plant life than today. Can't wait. I'm excited too. Still, I don't think I'll ever forget what I'm seeing here today. Here, take this. Why are you giving me this? Didn't you know, on the last day of the Festival of Harmony, people exchange things that are precious to them. I already gave gifts to the others. It'd hard to be fair to exclude you. That's a pocket watch I used to use. It may look a little worse for wear, but it tells the time perfectly. You can use that to check the time, so now you won't have any excuse for being late. Didn't we agree to have a nice meal once we got back from the surface? You're the guest of honor, and we're celebrating a successful first deployment on the surface, so we can't have you being late to the party. This time, let's try to be punctual. I'll try. I should give you something too. That's fine. If you find something good the next time you're on the surface, you can give it to me. Lear's been lost in thought ever since we entered the garden. The sight of the Nikke is quietly enjoying the flowers. Seems to have her reminiscing about old times. He was right. Sometimes moments like this are necessary. Everyone seems so at peace. Anyway, we should try and find Flora. Yes, but how are we gonna find Flora amongst all these Nikkes? Trainer! Oh, she's in her new outfit. Very cute. Even the dogs have hats. Dude, she's so cute in that. What brings you here? Biscuit, good timing. Do you know where Flora is? Flora? I haven't seen her in a while. Not after all these visitors suddenly arrived. Let's see. I do remember her scent though, so I can try and track her down for you. That'd be wonderful, thank you. But don't you need to take care of the animals at the shelter? I know you've been helping Flora for the past few days. Oh, Guillotine is taking care of our furry friends, so it's fine. She also brought along someone named Maiden to help her. Anywho, give me just a minute. Ooh. I'll go find Flora for you. Biscuit runs off to the other side of the garden. Even for Biscuit, finding Flora among so many Nikkes will surely take some time. While we wait, why don't I introduce you to the little ones? Soon after. What flower is this? This one's called Lilac. Whenever spring comes, it breaks into a big grin like this. Isn't it pretty? Leader and Trina are absorbed in the flowers. The more I look around the garden, the more I can feel how each plant is being... Oh, fuck. Conscientiously cared for. Holy shit, that's a word. That's right. The plants here are carefully tended to maintain their natural form. Temperature, humidity, soil, and sunlight. Everything is carefully monitored and adjusted according to their specific needs. The fact that they're attended to with such loving care is why the plants here are able to bring out smiles in people. Because they've been allowed to remain in their natural state. Say, where do I need to go to see the arboretum you manage? Well, the arboretum is... Your arboretum will remain closed to the public. Isn't that right, Trina? Yes, that's right. It's not going to be opened. Why is that? So that Reen can rest. That's all I can say. I heard the news. You finished renovating the cherry blossom path? Yes. So is there anything I can help in the garden? Sorry? What did you say, Lilac? Oh my, I forgot all about that. It's terribly important. Trina, I have one more favor to ask of you. What's that? Before I ask, I should explain to you why the garden is so crowded right now. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. What do you mean? I thought of something while preparing for the festival. I wanted Nikkes, who work so hard every day, to be able to come to the festival and rest. So I made special invitations for them. But I accidentally wrote the wrong date on them. And that's why the garden is so crowded. Exactly. It's hard to imagine someone like you making such a simple mistake. No one's perfect. Should I tell everyone that the dates were incorrect? I think it's too late for that. True. You can't send everyone back after they came all this way. Precisely. So just for today, I was thinking of holding a festival for the Nikkes. Ooh, a festival just for Nikkes. That's not a bad idea. Which brings me to my request. Flora hands over a stack of pamphlets. In order for the guests to fully enjoy the festival, could you help distribute these Spring Festa pamphlets? This event seems like it's going to be very bittersweet type.
気が折れないようにそっと忙しい時こそゆっくりと自然は倒れてる美しいものです
This year's Spring Festival will feature a unique promotional event. Attendees will take these pamphlets and get a stamp when they head to specific locations. The garden, the spring fair, and the cherry tree brought from the surface. To help make this process easier, I'd like you to place these pamphlets at key locations along the route. The garden has already been covered, so if you could take care of the other two spots, that'd be great. Following Flora's request, we head toward the entrance of the Cherry Blossom Path where the Spring Fair was taking place. The area is already crowded with Nikkes who had received invitations. Rookie. Good timing. Everyone here is saying they got invitations saying to come today. You know what went wrong? Well, you see. So she wrote the wrong dates on the invitations. What a pain. Is this going to cause any issues with the Spring Fair? Senti set up the booth pretty quickly, so we should be able to get it up and running no problem. Last time, she turned a basic general store into a high-scale luxury boutique, so I was a bit concerned. But this time, she did a perfect job. She kept the market's atmosphere appropriately modest, and the booths blended in perfectly with the Cherry Blossom Path, just like I wanted. Taught her well, leader. You're certainly right about that, Jan. Oh, by the way, I have something to give you. Trina begins to explain the pamphlet and stamp system to Jan. Didn't I tell you, leader? Senti would be fine. You're right, Greenhorn. Senti has really blossomed. Dude, this expression for leader is so adorable. That's right, and she'll continue to flourish. One day, she's sure to become as outstanding as you. Whenever people see her, they'll recall that you were a teacher. And they'll remember what kind of Nikke you were. You'll be remembered as you should be. So, before your time runs out, think about what you want to do for yourself. For myself? Is there anything more tragic than in search of a complete death, leaving your life incomplete? As she takes in my exhortations, leader silently watches the bustling spring fair booths for a long time. You're right. If possible, it would be best to complete both. No, dude, God, I don't like this, dude. Why are we talking about leader passing away or dying or this and that? Like, I don't want to think about it, dude. She's gonna live a long, long time. She's a Nikke after all. This is making me so freaking sad. Fuck. back at the cherry blossom path. What you need to do is place the pamphlets along the way as we follow the path. You gonna be okay, Trina? Trina's gaze drifts towards the distant hill. Gradually, her eyes become stained in pink. Just before her vision is completely enveloped in rosy hues, she squeezes her eyes shut. Whew. You still feel like you're suffocating? Yeah. If it gets too much, we can handle it from here. You don't need to force yourself up the hill. Trina's hands clench tightly, crumpling the pamphlet she's holding. After some time, she finally opens her mouth. I'm sorry. I'll wait here. You two can... Leader gently holds Trina's trembling hands. It's okay. Greenhorn, I'll go to the everlasting Sakura. Thank you. In the meantime, you can sit down here. Sorry? You heard Flora. Today is a festival just for Nikkes. It won't be a problem for us to take a short break under a cherry tree. For goodness sake, how long are you gonna keep standing there? Nita grabs Trina's hands and yanks her down to sit beside her. Greenhorn, you have a seat as well. Okay. Sitting side by side, we proceed to gaze at the cherry tree. Isn't this nice? Whenever you take in nature, you forget about all your worries. Trina, there's something I've been wondering about. What happened with you and Reen? What was she to you? Trina fishes out a key from her pocket and wordlessly fiddles with it for a long time. Then, as if she finally came to some kind of resolution, she looks towards the distant hill and speaks up. Whenever the sun began to set, I would habitually climb the hill.
訓練士さんは私が守ります。
忙しい時こそゆっくりと。勝利の花を咲かせました。
I became a Nikke not long after I joined Botanical Garden. I did it in order to fulfill my wish. I needed time to create the everlasting Sakura. Threw myself headlong into research, skipping meals and forgoing sleep. Eventually, I became oblivious to the passage of time. The more time I spent inside the lab, the less time I spent climbing up the hill. At some point, I was staying in the lab all the time. After who knows how much time had passed, the everlasting Sakura had finally blossomed. When that happened, the first person I went to see was Reen. However, the place where I met her wasn't our usual spot at the hill, but inside a quiet hospital room. It's been a long time. Reen. That's when I realized for the first time. Unlike me, who had become a Nikke, for Reen, who had chosen to forego the evergreen injection and live her life as a human, time passed much more quickly. How was your day today? Conducted some research in the lab. Took care of the little ones. Just an ordinary day. Let's see. For me, it's a special day because I get to see you. Flowers are blooming on the hill. I'm sorry, but I couldn't go with you to see the cherry blossom tree. I don't have the strength anymore. I came too late. If only I'd come sooner. Trina, I have a favor to ask of you. What is it? The garden. The promise we made. Going forward. Uh-oh. Dude, oh my god, why is this event so fucking sad, bro? In accordance with her last wish, Reen's ashes were scattered in the garden. Welcome in, Evelyn. How's your Friday going? And her belongings were delivered to the lab. From that day on, I protected the garden so Reen could rest in peace. Is that why the Arboretum is closed to visitors? There's a tree in the Arboretum where Reen's ashes are buried. I wasn't able to keep my promise to her. Instead, I chased an illusion and ruined everything. I created the everlasting Sakura and destroyed the true value of the plants I saw that day. It's been good? That's good to hear. Nothing like a nice easy Friday. I ruined any hope of seeing Reen's smile again. No longer was I able to climb up the hill. Despite all of it, however, I still wish for Reen to rest peacefully. It's all I have left. And so I must protect that with everything I have. That is why I can't open up the Arboretum. You regret creating the everlasting Sakura. That's why the hill instills you with fear. Yeah. Because Reen is no longer there. I see. Thank you for telling us. I'm sure it wasn't easy. As a token of my gratitude, I'll tell you my story. You will? Yeah. It was a long time ago. Back then, whenever the sun began to set, I would climb that hill habitually. Ooh, leader's turn. Man, this has been a very kind of bittersweet, sad event. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that.
勝利の花を咲かせました。
On the last day of the Festival of Harmony, people would exchange their treasured belongings. However, I never had the chance to repay Josh. The first day I went up to the surface, Josh died. Oh, shit, dude. He was killed by a raptor during an operation. He died trying to protect an inexperienced Nikke. It was her first time up on the surface, and she had wandered around excitedly without thinking. He threw his life away to protect a pathetic rookie. Keep your chin up, kid. My life for yours. That's enough for me. Stop talking. You're making your wounds open up more. Later. What kind of person am I? I hope that I'm remembered as a good person. Oh, man. My first excursion on the surface came to a close, and I headed to the rendezvous point. It was the first time I'd ever been on time, and there was no one else there to witness it. My comrades left behind no wills, no mementos. There was nothing left. That's when I realized dying an incomplete death only makes it harder for those left behind. Ever since that day, I've strived to ensure that when I go, I'll leave my mark. I stopped climbing the hill, but it wasn't all that bad. There was a lot to do at the workshop, and my comrades were no longer there. That became my daily existence. That's when you came to visit me, Trina. The request to construct the cherry blossom tree. Or the cherry blossom path, sorry. Once we were finished with the path, on the day the Festival of Harmony began, I climbed up the hill for the first time in a long time. As I walked up the hill, admiring the cherry blossoms, old memories came flooding back, one after the other. Banal jokes and pranks between me and my old comrades resurfaced, and I had to stop walking from time to time as I was laughing so hard. When I finally reached the top, I stood underneath the everlasting Sakura. From there, I could see it clearly. What they had left behind. Lita smiles brightly as she gazes at the distant hill. Over there, that's the resting place for my memories with my comrades. I wasn't the only one who saw it either. When I looked around, I could see all manner of people smiling brightly. Some were leaving behind new memories. Some were reminiscing. And all were forgetting their worries in that moment. I want you to witness that, Trina. Even if you're afraid, I want you to climb this hill and face the everlasting Sakura. I want you to see with your own two eyes that what lies there is not an illusion. So, Leader reaches her hand out to Trina and stands up. Won't you come with me to see the everlasting Sakura together? Jesus, dude, this story is fucking deep. Holding Leader's hand, Trina takes a step forward. With every movement closer to the everlasting Sakura, showers of pink petals fill the sky as if responding to their steps. Stay strong, Trina. We're almost there. Okay. If it gets too much, let me know. I'm okay for now. Leader tight tights her grip on Trina's hand, and the two of them silently climb the hill. After a while, Trina once again glimpses the scenery she left behind on this hill so long ago. You once said that the everlasting Sakura was nothing more than an illusion. You still feel that way? Underneath the cherry trees in bloom, throngs of Nikkes smile radiantly, as if they had forgotten all their worries. Trina, the everlasting Sakura is no illusion. If it were, how could it bring out such wholesome smiles? Your desire to preserve the value of those plants, your yearning to fulfill the promise you made to Reen, they're still alive and well. But Reen isn't here. She can't see the everlasting Sakura. There's no meaning to any of this. You're right. Reen isn't here, but her wish lives on. You said so yourself. Reen wished for people to forget their worries for a brief moment while looking at the flowers and trees. I want to see more scenes like this in the future, so I made a garden. My wish is that when people are looking at the flowers and trees, they'll forget their worries for a moment. I'm pouring that wish and my hope into that garden. The everlasting Sakura has helped fulfill Reen's wish. It's allowed people to be truly happy, even if just for a moment, and smile. That's more than enough to give it meaning. Oh shit, dude. It also means that Reen can rest in peace. Trina's gaze turns to the everlasting Sakura, the place where Reen always spoke to her. The everlasting Sakura casts its shade over Trina. You're right. Tears well up in Trina's eyes as she gazes up at the everlasting Sakura. As if to comfort her, a lone petal drifts into her hand. This is... Your family is up there, aren't they? If you let the wind carry this, it will eventually reach your family. Trina opens her hand, and the petal flies up high, carried by the wind. After watching the petal for a while, Trina speaks. Thank you for bringing me here. You don't have to thank me. You're the one who brought me here in the first place. He said his name was Josh Humet? He must have been an amazing commander to inspire someone as remarkable as you. I should thank him as well as your comrades. You're right. We should. Leader closes her eyes. As her memories intermingle with the scent of the flowers, she quietly prays that her fallen comrades may rest in peace. Leader, you said you wanted to visit the Arboretum, right? Whenever you've got time, you're more than welcome to come visit. Sure, that sounds nice. Beneath the sheltering pink sky, Leader and Trina share stories from times long gone. Next time I see the everlasting Sakura, I will remember this day. Underneath the flourishing cherry blossoms, I quietly close my eyes, in order to remember today and all its beauty for a long time. In order to not forget the memories of the past and to forge new ones for the future. God damn, dude, this shit's so fucking sad. I was not expecting to tear up for this one, I'm gonna be honest. Welcome in, MILF. Fuck, dude, I need a drink. If I drank alcohol, this would be a perfect time to fucking start drinking. Holy shit. God damn, dude, this shit was so fucking sad. Why? Shift up. Fuck. Oh. Come on, give me hard mode. I want to see the epilogue. Oh, damn it. God, this is such a beautiful event. Nikke lost over 8 hours to the management minigame in Yakuza is Like a Dragon. Oh, the money one? I mean, it's very easy to lose track and just make money. Fuck, dude. God damn. Fuck, dude. This event is so fucking good. I love this event. I guess we'll have to wait and see what epilogue scene hard mode brings next week. See what the epilogue scene is. I know they released like a what was it?
忙しい時こそゆっくりと
At least a
自
sneak.
然は美しいものです
Oh lord.
私を信じて私が全部解決してあげる
What do you think of the next Nikke? Seems like the next Nikke is gonna be a chef, based off the preview. At least it looks like that. The bit of uniform you can see from the art is so it indicates that.
見たでしょ私の強さを
自然は美しいものです
Utsukushi.
勝ったからおやつくれますよね
Oh shit, I need to get her mission pass outfit before it goes away. Finally, I got some long awaited time off. Okay, don't jinx it. There's something I can't get off my mind. Can't rest until I get answers. Should pay Botanical Garden a visit. Oh, trainer, hello. Hey, Biscuit. Surprised to see you here. Today is the last day of the festival, and I promise to help until the end. I knew we could count on you, Sunflower. Blossom, what brings you to the garden today? You need some stamps for your pamphlet? Nah, it's not that. There's something I've been wondering about. What's that? The mix-up with the dates on the invitations. Was it really a mistake? It's hard to say. Will you follow me? There's something I want to show you. Are we where I think we are? Laura leads me into Trina's arboretum. Throughout the arboretum, people rest under the shade of the trees. After you and Marigold took Trina to see the everlasting Sakura, she came back and proclaimed that she wanted to open up the arboretum. I must say that I'm quite grateful to you both. I suspected that mistake of yours was anything but. Now that you mention it, where is Trina? She should be over there. Leader came by earlier, so Trina's giving her a tour of the arboretum. Biscuit points off in the distance where I can see. That's where this art comes from. Dude, this is so fucking cute. I wish they made like a full-size art of this so I can like get it as a wallpaper. Leader with some much needed rest. Leader's been working too hard lately. She needs some rest. This place is so refreshing. Isn't it? Leader, you remember one of the traditions of the Festival of Harmony? We exchanged gifts on the last day. I remember. Well, I was saying that would give you something that's precious to me. Ta-da! Trina hands over an old key to Leader. It's the key to the Arboretum. Are you sure you're okay with giving this to me? Of course. From now on, I plan on keeping this place open to the public. That way, people can visit and forget all their worries. And Reen's wish can come true. Not only that, she'll be able to rest peacefully. To that end, I'd like you to keep this key. Really? Leader gingerly takes the key. We'll keep it safe. Feel free to visit the Arboretum anytime you feel like resting. Okay. I'll do that. I really should give you something in return. Here, take this. Lear hands Trina her old pocket watch. I was originally thinking of passing this on to Senti, but I realize now that's not necessary. Even without this, people will be able to look at Senti and remember me. So I'd like for you to keep this. Trina takes the pocket watch with an equal amount of reverence. Thank you. I'll also keep this safe. For some reason, my eyelids feel heavy. It's been a while since I had a nice rest. As Leader dozes off, Trina gently strokes her hair and smiles softly. An easygoing and carefree smile. Rest well, my friend. For rest end. Yay! Oh, a few days later. Can't believe how much dust has gathered up so quickly. Let's see. Trina looks around Reen's lab. The tables are lined with Reen's belongings. What's this? Among them, a letter catches Trina's attention. The letter begins with the following. Hello, Trina. How was your day today? It was another ordinary day. I did some research in the lab. Took care of the little ones. A really special day. But you know, Reen, I prepared a festival. And you know what happened there? Warm sunlight, a gentle fluttering breeze. Gently. Flowers sprouting up and blossoming one by one, dotting the land with color. In the arc, spring has begun, bringing along with it a warm and dizzying array of various emotions. For some, the overriding emotion is excitement. For others, spring brings a feeling of revitalization. And for others still, it brings a sense of nostalgia. Dude, this was a really fucking good event.
勝利の花を咲かせました。
Very wholesome, very sad, not expecting it. Man, Shift Up just straight up cooks with these events, man. Oh, and that's for rest. God, what an amazing event. Masterpiece. Look forward to seeing what's next.